welcome to my channel. My name is Efe and this is my kitchen, Efe's Food Kitchen. In today's video I am going to be making spicy honey garlic chicken. These are chicken legs, so I'm going to be using 2 packs of this. So I'm going to be emptying it inside this bowl, then I'll go and wash it and I'll be back. So I've gone ahead and washed the chicken. As you can see, it's in the bowl now. So what I'm doing now is patting it dry to get rid of all the moisture, so we can have this chicken, nice and dry. And I'm making sure there's no single moisture left in the chicken. And what the chicken is sitting in is a safe, and as you can see, that's why you have water collecting at the bottom. So in this bowl you have garlic powder, onion powder. So next I'm going to go in with some cayenne pepper. So I'm going to be putting 1 tablespoon of that and giving it a mix. Next I am going in with some black pepper, because remember this is spicy honey garlic chicken, so we want it nice and spicy. So next I'm going in with a heaped tablespoon of salt. Yes, we need to put salt because it's a lot of chicken, so we don't end up with a tasteless chicken. Next I'm going in with this new spice I discovered called Saxon tropical. So it's a tropical all-purpose seasoning, so I'm putting 2 tablespoons of that as well. We want this chicken to be flavorful, nice and well tasty. So I'm giving that a thorough mix, so it's all combined and well incorporated. So now let's season this chicken. So as you can see, I made slashes on the chicken so the seasoning can go in properly. So I'm going to be doing that to all 12 of them. Yeah, you heard me, it's 12, because I am making this for Sunday dinner. So I'm taking you guys along. And that's the last of it. So that's it, guys. Chicken washed, dried and slashed. So we're going to the next step now. I forgot to add my mixed herb, so I am going to be doing that now. About a tablespoon of that. So now it's time to massage our dry rub into the chicken. But the first thing I'm going to do is put some olive oil onto the skins of the chicken to make the dry rub stick, and also to make the chicken moist and give it a bit of a crispy skin when it's done. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. I'm massaging it properly in to all the nook and crannies of the chicken, and then the next thing I'm going to do is put in the dry rub, which is what I'm doing at the moment. Just putting it very generously. Don't be shy with it. That's why we made it, right? We didn't make it to actually keep it, we made it to use it. So what I'm doing now is massaging the dry rub into the chicken, making sure it's all well massaged in very, very thoroughly, both the front and the back, and even the gashes that we made, remember? So all the dry rub has to go in as well, down to the bone of the chicken as well, so it's well flavorful and well marinated. So that's what I'm doing. So it's now been marinated properly, so I'm just going to let it stand for 2 hours till everything is well marinated and combined. So while the chicken is marinating, I'm going to be chopping my Scotch bonnet. Yes, I know I didn't mention this ingredient, but I have to add Scotch bonnet so we can have some nice taste. So I'm going to be cutting some Scotch bonnet. This is a new pair of gloves. The one that I use for the chicken, I've chopped it. I have a pack of gloves, which is very essential in the kitchen, especially when you're handling raw meat. So you don't use the same gloves you use for the meat for other things, to prevent cross-contamination. Next, I'm going to be doing the garlic. I'm going to be chopping that as well. So my oven is preheating at 200 degrees centigrade. So the first thing that I am going to do is sear this chicken, and what I mean by that is I am going to be searing it in hot oil to seal in the juices, and then I'm going to transfer it to the oven. So now I'm switching my cooker on. I'm going to be putting a little butter and a little oil just to seal the chicken. I'm putting some butter first. So because it's a lot of chicken, I'm going to be doing that for all the chicken. As the butter is getting finished, I'm going to be adding more. What we want the pan very hot, very hot. Then we're going to just chop the chicken, make it. So basically, what we're looking for is a crisp texture and brown color. I'm adding a bit of olive oil as well. So that's olive oil, mild olive oil. It's not the extra virgin one. This is the mild one. So when it gets really hot, I'm just going to put the chicken in. I'm not cooking the chicken here. It's going to finish cooking in the oven. It's just sealing it. So this is what I'm doing. I'm going to put two at the same time because I don't want to crowd the pan. So we're going to wait for it to get brown. Then I'm going to turn it over. And then I'm going to put it in this pan and put it in the oven. Because it's a lot of chicken. I think I will need like 2 or 3 pans. So 4 in each pan. So let me see what's happening to our chicken. It's not yet brown the way I want. Yeah, this is what we want. That brown color. So when the other side is brown, I'll put it inside this pan. Then make another sauce. Pour it over and it will go in the oven. So that's the color we want. We want a brown color. So I'm going to continue doing that till it's all done. So that's the color we want. So what we are doing, this is not cooked, no way. Just what I've done is filled in all the juices, and I'm going to be doing this till I finish doing it. So that's what we have right now. I'm going to continue doing this till I finish doing all 12 chicken. As you can see, finish sealing all the chicken. 12 of them. So those are the 12. So now I am going to make the sauce that will go on the chicken before I put it in the oven. So as always, I have my butter here. I'm going to put a bit of butter, a tablespoon and a half of butter, because there's a lot of chicken. I'm putting my olive oil. So I'm going to let that get hot like I did before. And remember that dry sauce I made? I'm going to be putting some of that in. Next, I am going to add my garlic and my Scotch bonnet pepper that I chopped. I don't need to add salt because there's enough salt in the chicken. I don't want it too salty. Next thing I'm going to do is add 2 tablespoons of honey. Last thing I'm going to add is some apple cider vinegar. So this is what I'm going to pour over the chicken before putting it in the oven. Want it a bit acidic, sweet, a bit of salt and a bit acidic. So I've finished making the sauce, so I'm going to be putting it on the chicken. I'm going to use a spoon to sprinkle it over the chicken. Goes into the oven. So before it goes into the oven, I have to sprinkle some of this in. And that's it, guys. It's going straight into the oven now to bake for 30 to 45 minutes till it's nice and golden brown on both sides. And I'll be bringing it out. I will be having it with some roast potatoes, which is already roasting in the oven as well. So the chicken is still in the oven. What I'm doing is putting some of the juices back on the skin of the chicken so it's not too dry. Even though we want it crisp, we don't want it too dry. So that's why I'm doing this. So the chicken is ready, fresh out of the oven. See how juicy and delicious that looks. So guys, if you like this video, please give your girl a big thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.